Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Analyzing Evil. Today we'll be examining one of the most haunting creatures to emerge from modern internet horror folklore, Siren Head. Unlike many classical monsters rooted in centuries of myth, Siren Head is the creation of digital age horror, yet it carries it with the same sense of timeless terror that once surrounded figures like vampires, werewolves, or Wendigo. Siren Head was first imagined by Canadian horror artist Trevor Henderson, who became known for his eerie, liminal-style artwork that blurs the line between reality and nightmare. Henderson's monsters are designed to feel like urban legends come alive, often inserted into grainy photos or mundane environments to create the uncanny. Siren Head quickly became one of the most famous creations. It isn't tied to folklore in the traditional sense, but it's designed a towering skeletal figure with sirens instead of a head. Immediately resonates with primal fears, the fear of distorted sound, unnatural proportions, and blending of human technology with monstrous biology. Since its debut, Siren Head has inspired creepypastas, fangame, mods, and YouTube horror content, becoming a recurring icon of online horror, much like Slender Man before it. Standing anywhere between 40 to 50 feet tall, Siren Head is described as emaciated and humanoid, with a body that looks mummified or rusted, like dried skin stretched over bones. Where a head should be, there are twin sirens or loudspeakers, often fused into flesh. Sometimes wires and cables dangle from its frame, suggesting a disturbing mix of organic and mechanical. Its unnatural design is terrifying because it seems wrongly familiar. Sirens are supposed to warn us of danger, yet here they are the danger itself. What makes Siren Head so frightening isn't just its size, it's how it hunts and manipulates. Mimicry of sound. Siren Head can imitate voices, radio broadcasts, and emergency alerts. It uses this to lure victims by imitating loved ones, emergency calls for help, or familiar noises. This makes it a predator that attacks not only physically, but psychologically. Stealth despite size. Despite its towering height, Siren Head is described as eerily silent when moving, blending into forests, deserts, and abandoned towns. Many stories emphasize how victims only notice it after it's too late. Disorientation. The sheer volume of its sirens can rupture eardrums, induce confusion, and leave victims incapacitated, easy prey for its massive hands. Supernatural durability. In many adaptations, bullets or weapons have little to no effect, reinforcing its role as the unstoppable force of nature. While Trevor Henderson's art gave birth to the idea of Siren Head, it is indie game developers who transformed the creature from a creepy drawing into a terrifying interactive experience. These small, often single developer projects exploded across YouTube and Twitch, helping Siren Head cement its status as the modern horror icon. The most well-known indie adaptation is Siren Head 2018 by Modius Interactive. It's a short horror experience set in a quiet forest where the player, a park ranger, investigates strange disappearances. Armed with only a flashlight, you wander the dark woods until you hear the sirens. This game introduced the core atmosphere of Siren Head's horror. Isolation in vast empty spaces, like forests in rural America. Minimalist gameplay, no guns, no combat, only hiding and surviving. Audio as the primary threat, since the distorted voices and sirens are how players sense danger. It captured what makes Siren Head work. It's not about fighting the monster, it's about being powerless against it. Another indie hit was Siren Head Retribution by Nathan Brower. This game expanded the myth a bit more, placing the player in control of a mechanic who finds himself stranded after his car breaks down. Here, Siren Head isn't just a passive lurking danger, it actively stalks you. The game emphasizes resource management, fixing your car before Siren Head finds you. Stalking. AI. The creature patrols the area and reacts to noise, forcing stealth and patience. Jump scare tension, since it often attacks without warning. This made Siren Head more than a backdrop. It became a fully interactive predator. Beyond these two, Siren Head has appeared in dozens of small horror games, each experimenting with its myth. Siren Head Awakening, another fan project adding survival mechanics. Siren Head SCP crossovers, treating it as part of the SCP Foundation universe where players contain or escape from it. Mods in games like Fallout 4, Gary's Mod, Minecraft, and GTA 5, showing Siren Head in surreal or comedic contexts, which ironically only helped spread its reach. Siren Head isn't just a horror monster, it's a reflection of modern anxieties, where older cultures feared forests and oceans. We fear technology, surveillance, and unnatural sound. Siren Head weaponizes what we trust: emergency sirens, radios, familiar voices, and makes them instruments of death. So the question becomes, is Siren Head terrifying because of what it does, or because it mirrors the way our modern world can betray us, turning systems of safety into systems of control and fear? Does the creature represent an ancient fear wearing modern clothes, or something uniquely born of our digital age? Siren Head embodies the essence of horror that thrives on ambiguity. We don't know where it comes from, why it exists, or what it wants. We only know what it does: stalk, deceive, and destroy. In the end, that's what makes Siren Head one of the most effective modern horror creations, because it doesn't need a motive. It simply is, a towering reminder that sometimes the most terrifying evils are the ones that make no sense at all.